What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing out there? Women boycott Twitter. All across America, kitchens are being filled, donuts or cakes are being made, cookies are being baked. They're off Twitter and baking cakes. You know, some of the feminists on Twitter, they've said they're going to boycott Twitter today. Because, you know, that Rose McGovern, whatever her name is, the one that got suspended. And now Twitter said they suspended her because one of her screenshot had a phone number in it. I'm not sure, but it was kind of funny how they shut her down because she was going at Affleck. Like I said before, this whole Weinstein situation, I just believe he's a sacrificial lamb. I think the powers that be needed a distraction from Vegas. Vegas looks like it's a cluster. Vegas looks like Mandalay Bay. Looks like the guy Campos, the guy who was allegedly shot by Paddock. They can't find him. No, he's gone. He's ghost. He's in the wind. You know what I mean? That's what I read this morning. There was an armed guard by his door. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's funny. The whole situation, Vegas situation, is funny. So powers that be, man. Hey, man, Hollywood. They call up Hollywood. Okay, man, we need a story, a big one, and enter with Harvey Weinstein. And that just tumbled and snowballed into, no pun intended, into everything we see now. But now the women said, "Oh man, you guys shut Rose down. We're gonna shut it down. We're off Twitter." And you know what? I'm making this video because the black feminists, and I've even seen both male and female, were like, "Oh, why didn't y'all shut it down for Jemele Hill?" You know, Jemele Hill got suspended. You know what I mean? And she got reprimanded. Well, first she got reprimanded for talking out of turn. For talking out of turn, called the president white supremacist. Then she got suspended for telling people to boycott the Cowboys. Now black feminists everywhere are like, well, why didn't y'all do a women's boycott for when Jemele? Nobody stood up for Jemele. Nobody's outraged about Jemele. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't understand. You know, black feminists they want to put their gender before their race, and when they see somebody putting their race before their gender, they're surprised, they're shocked, they don't know what to do. They're like, "Oh, what? You guys, this isn't fair. You didn't stand up for Jemele Hill." Like, why would they? Like, this is what the thing about people, black people, man. Y'all is not. Some of y'all not thinking too clearly. Like, of course, white women are going to what's the word for it? Stand up for a white woman quicker than a black woman. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? You guys, I don't know what else to say. Like, I remember I was in the National Guard once I got out of the Air Force, right? And, I'll never forget this guy. He was talking about, I forget who he was talking. One of these guys, I was in this security force. Most of the guys were cops, and I'm like, I heard some stories, man. One day I'm gonna make a video about that. He was saying about, like, they weren't TDY somewhere, and he was just going on a rant. He said, well, you know, the white people going to be with the white people, the black people going to be black people, like talking about when they were sitting down eating. You know, it's the same thing. Like, you go Like if you had an open room and you told people to go in there and they might not even know what you're all races. By natural, they're going to be grouped together by their races. It's just a fact. And this is what the black feminists don't understand. Of course, they're going to respond to Rose McGowan before they respond to Jemele Hill. It's just a fact. Like, why are y'all surprised about that? Why is the Jamil amused? These heck Phillies, these, you know what I mean? Why are they surprised about this? Yo, actually shocked. But the real question is, when Jemele Hill got suspended, why didn't y'all do a black women boycott Twitter? Or black women boycott ESPN? Why didn't y'all do that? You see what I'm saying? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Not sitting there, oh, and these white feminists don't care about us. Why would they care about y'all? Y'all fall for the okie doke every time. And you know, us Hoteps try to tell y'all never listen to us, and it shows every time. Y'all making yourselves look like fools. You know what I mean? People are, except for black Americans, I don't know why. You know, that's a subject for a different video. But except for black Americans, people are going to look out for their own first. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You expecting Betty and Amanda to look out for to look out for you, look out for the Jamils. I mean, that's not gonna happen. That's just not. Maybe for Oprah, Queen Latifah, but for Jemele Hills, oh come on, man. They don't have that same relation. You might have the same gender, but you're not relatable to each other. You see what I'm saying? They don't get that. I don't know why. It's plain as day to me. No, simple, man. Oh, simple. There was never a need for feminism in the black community. I almost want to say there was never a need for feminism, period. You know, but it has a strangle. I'm just only talking from my perspective. It has a stranglehold on the black community, and it needs to stop, man. You guys y'all are useless, man. You're being used as tools, and I don't think you can see it. But this is a perfect example of, y'all crying and moaning that they didn't stand up for Jemele. Like, first of all, Jemele she should have been fired, first of all. If the ESPN, I would have fired her. I'm sorry, man. I would have fired her, put a black woman right in their place. Because you know somebody would have taken it. You can't tell somebody to boycott something that makes your company money. Football makes ESPN money. It probably is the best, is the biggest sport ESPN covers. You know what I mean? They don't have the same coverage on basketball. They have this big coverage of NFL. And you're telling people to boycott NFL. And you work for a company that makes billions off the NFL. Like, you can't make this up, man. You should have been fired on the spot. Anybody else, if it was a man, you would have been fired on the spot. I guarantee you. The only reason they hesitated because she was a woman. I would have fired her on the spot. If it was Uncle Hotep, Jemele Hill would have been fired on the spot. And y'all sitting there, why didn't these women stand up? Why wasn't there a women's boycott from when Jemele Hill did this? got suspended. Because these women know she shouldn't have said it. Like, it wasn't a thing about women with that. You know what I mean? That's just Jamil running off at the mouth. Not everything is a gender issue. Because Jamil Hill said something wrong. You know what I mean? It was wrong. Everybody knows it. From a business standpoint, it is wrong. It is absolutely wrong. That's not a gender issue. Now, they're boycotting because Twitter shut her down because she was trying to speak out about her getting harassed. Which you can say is a gender issue between male and female. I mean, basically, it's just a crime. I wouldn't put it in general, because it happens to everybody. That's what they're boycotting for. Why would they boycott for Jamil Hill when, from a business standpoint, she deserved to get suspended? Matter of fact, she deserved to get fired. If you want to be 100 about it, 1,000, you want to keep it a buck. And this is, and y'all, black folks always want to do this, man. And they always want to make it about, you know. Now, I'm not saying all black folks, I know some of you Okatas are going to be in my mentions in the comment sections like, oh no, it's not all of us, man, and you're being hard, Uncle Hotep, man, you're a coon, Uncle Hotep, man, all this other crazy stuff, man. I'm like, no, I'm not being hard at all, man. I'm just being real. And y'all need to be real. It is what it is. Anyway, this is Uncle Hotep. I'm headed off to the gym. I think I'm going to do a podcast today. I keep saying it. I've been saying that for the last 3 days. I'm still on episode 70. If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's on my SoundCloud. Follow me on Twitter, Handyman Uncle Hotep, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.